In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a porch ceiling using vinyl soffit. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Josh. This channel is all about DIY to save a ton of money. So be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get a notification every time I release a new video, and hammer that like button for me. That's all I can turn for making this video. So we got a lot to cover today, so let's get started. I would like to thank Lowe's for sponsoring this video. The materials used for this project came directly from Lowe's. And the thing about Lowe's is that they offer online shopping, so you can go directly to their website or on the app and order the tools and material that you need and have them delivered to the job site or to your house. And the shopping experience through the online services was very streamlined, quick, and easy. So I'd highly recommend that you check out Lowe's for your next project. Before installing the vinyl soffit on the porch ceiling, we must install wood strips in order to secure the soffit to. Something really important when installing the wood strips is, one, make sure they are no further apart than 12 inches. Because vinyl soffit is not really rigid, it will sag if you have your spacing further apart on your wood strips, so definitely keep them 12 inches or even closer if you prefer. I'd recommend just ripping down 2x4s for your wood strips. That's what I always do when I put the porch ceilings in. You could use a full 2x4, but that's way overkill for vinyl soffit. And we want to make sure we install our PVC board here on the faux beam first, because our F-channel will nail directly to the faux beam in this case. So keep that in mind. When installing the wood strips across the ceiling, I spaced them out equally so that they are under 12 inches apart. Then using a chalk line, we chalk to where the edge of the first strip is going to be. In order to fasten the first strips, I use ring shank framing nails through my nail gun. Because we will be installing a ceiling fan on this porch, we framed around the area where we had to install the saddle box that's going to hold the ceiling fan. Now that the wood strips are installed, I'm going to install what's called F-channel. If you watched my video previously installing the soffit around the eaves and gable ends, you'll know I installed F-channel first for the soffit to slide into. So the same idea here is we got to go around the whole parameter of the porch ceiling with the F-channel, and it has to be on the same plane as the soffit coming across to where it butts into the wall. So it's really important to chalk a line and install it on each side against this wall and on this faux beam in order to have it accurate. So in order to install it accurately, before we chalk the line, we're going to install this on the ends first. So that way we can simply pull our chalk line off the ends of the F-channel to chalk from end to end. And I'll show you here just what to do. In order to cut the vinyl F-channel to length, I'm going to be using my 10 snips, making straight cuts on the top and bottom of the F-channel. I'm then going to bend it, then finish off the cut. We now have the piece cut to length. In order to install the F-channel, all I have to do is install it right up against the wood strip here on the ends, and then place a nail right into the nailing slot in order to secure it. And if you remember from my previous video, I'm going to be using 1¼ inch galvanized roofing nails to install this. And when we nail it, we just want to nail it snug. You do not want to nail it super tight, just snug enough to hold it securely against the wall. And I'm going to nail it right here into a stud. So you want to place a nail every 16 inches. And a little trick here, if you're using a framing hammer, it's 16 inches long, so you can just gauge off your first stud to find your next ones. Yeah. Now that the F-channel is installed on this side, he installed the other piece on the other side. So we're going to hold here at the ends of the F-channel to chalk a line. And right here against this faux beam, we need to make sure that we chalk off the bottom lip of the F-channel, because we got to turn it upside down with the nailing flange facing up, because that's going to be our finished edge. Now here on the wall, we can chalk it to where the nailing flange is down, so we can chalk from the nailing flange over to the other nailing flange, because that's going to be facing down. Yeah. We now have a chalk line on this side. Now we got to do the beam side. As you can see, this side, the chalk line is with this lip, and that's going to go clear across the whole beam to the other side. And this side, you can see we're down at the bottom of the nailing flange in order to chalk the line clear across. To cut the end of the F-channel to go back into the corner, I'm going to measure over 3/4 inch at the top and bottom. Here's where I will be making square cuts on the F-channel. After making the square cuts, I'm going to cut off the top and bottom so that we're left with just a 3/4 inch tab in the back of the F-channel. Now that we have the F-channel notch, we're going to slide it back into the other piece and you can see how it gives it a finished look back into it. Now we're going to line up on the chalk line and then just nail it off like we did the first piece. Here you can see the tab covers up the back corner of the F channel. That's why we place it on it. We're going to finish up this run of F channel going in towards the back of the other side. This is what it's going to look like after it's all installed on the side of the house. The F channel on this side against this faux beam is going to go to where the nailing flange is facing up like I explained. So in this orientation, so we're going to slide this right in here and continue the run across the beam. When installing the F channel on the beam, I do recommend that the joint is to be tight when it's hot out, and the reason why that is, once it contracts when it's cold out, you will see that very clearly because it will not have J channel below it like the side on the house. Now that all the F channel is installed, we need to get a measurement in order to cut our soffit to length. In order to do this, all you have to do is place your tape measure either back into the F channel and then measure over to the wall of the other side, or you can simply just hold it right below the F channel. Either way, it's going to be about the same measurement. So we want to subtract a 1/4 inch off each side, which is a 1/2 inch total off the measurement. So we'll go with 67 3/8 for our total length. So it's very important to allow a gap on each side for expansion and contraction. It's very, very important with anything vinyl. So now that we got our length, we're going to cut the vinyl soffit. Here is the vinyl soffit we will be installing in this porch ceiling. This is triple 4-inch solid vinyl soffit, meaning there's no vented slots in this soffit, unlike in my previous video that we had to have vented soffit for the eaves in order to vent the roof. But because of this porch does not need to function in that manner, this is just solid. And if you'd like to check out this soffit for yourself, I'll put a link to it in the description below. I'm going to pull off the one side and make a mark for the length, and then off the other side, and that's going to be the area in which we need to cut for our pieces, because we can get 2 pieces out of 1 piece, and these are 12 foot long. So that's going to be great for this porch because there's going to be minimal left over. Now I'm going to pull off this side. Using a speed square, all I have to do is square off the side of the soffit and make a line on the mark that we made in order to cut it out to length. Now that I have my lines in order to cut the soffit to length, all I have to do is use 10 snips to cut it to the proper length. We now have our 2 pieces of soffit ready for our first 2 pieces. Now you'll know from my previous video when I cut the eave soffit and the rake soffit, I used a saw because it's much quicker to do that when you have a bunch of little pieces like that. But for this porch ceiling, we're just going to quickly cut this out using our 10 snips. In order to install the first piece, very simple, we're going to flex it in from F channel to F channel like so. And then after we got it flexed into place, all we have to do then is slide it right into the F channel against the house. And that's all there is to starting off the first one as far as getting it positioned. Now we just got to place a nail in each nailing slot that lines up with the wood strips that we placed. And we're going to use our 1¼ inch galvanized nails here. And when we nail this, we don't want to nail it super tight, but we actually want to nail this snug. So that way it's tight up against the wood strip, yet it can slide around. So it's very important. So I'm going to get nail this on now. In order to install the next piece, we're going to line this lip up with this lip because they're going to interlock. Here's an example of 2 small pieces interlocking so you understand how it goes. So I'm going to slide this into that slot so it lines up with the groove. Then we're going to flex it in on this side like so. And now, once it's in the slot, we're going to pull it and it's going to lock together. So now it's one seamless look across the ceiling. And then we're going to just nail it right onto the strips of wood that we placed, just like we did the first piece. And that's what's going to hold it into place. So we rinse and repeat that across the whole ceiling. Now that we are started, I wanted to show you what it looks like where they come together. As you can see, it's a seamless transition from panel to panel, so it all flows together very well. To speed the process up, I'm going to be using my cordless coil nailer, and this one's made by Metabo, and it comes with a siding tip on it, so it will line up with the slots of the nailing flange, and then we can place a nail just as if we were going to hand drive it in. It leaves a space to allow the soffit to slide around like it's supposed to. So this is great for vinyl siding as well. So if you'd like to pick this up, I'll put a link to it in the description below, and this thing works great. It's much quicker than hand driving them, but if you have a small job, just use a hammer and nail. But if you are going to do this professionally, a coil nailer would be the way to go. To use the coil nailer, we just line it up right with that slot, just if we were going to hammer it, but use the gun. You can see that leaves a nice nail here with the correct gap. That is much quicker. As you can see, the nailer leaves a little gap so that the soffit will still slide like it's supposed to. And that is so much quicker than hand driving the nails. Once you get the F channel installed and the panels cut, the installation goes really quick, especially when you're working with short pieces like this. Now, if they were longer, it would require 2 people, 1 on each end. Whenever you come to an area that you must cut out, like the ceiling fan mount, we're going to snap this in and mark the edges simply because our brake's going to be right in the center of the box. Now, if you did not have that happen where this was right in the center of the piece of soffit, all we had to do is just measure right off our lip, get the center, and then we would cut it out using some type of hole saw, or you could simply drill a hole to get started and then cut right around like so using your 10 snips. Very simple. I'm going to go ahead and snap this piece in to mark the edges. So we're going to pop it in just as if we were going to install it. I'm now going to mark the edge I need to cut around, and then the center, if we look, is right here. The edge of it's going to be about right in this area, so we know we need to cut this out right in here. And you want to make sure this is pretty accurate, because your ceiling fan cover will only cover up so much of this edge. We are now cut out, and we're going to cut this section out before placing up this next one. In order to cut the next piece, I'm going to be using the Malco HC1. This is going to give us an easy way to cut out this section of the soffit. In order to use this, we need to get the center of this area in order to place our pivot point in to go around the box. So I'm going to get my measurement to the very center, 33 3/4. And then I need to find the center right off the lip in order to mark it onto the next sheet. So I need to come over about 1 1/8 inches. Here's the center in which we need to cut the circle. Using the Malco HC1, we're going to drill out that hole. We now have a place to place our pivot point, and we already have this set to where it's a 4 1/4 inch circle. Now we just place our pivot point into that area, then cut out the soffit. And you can see that gives it a nice half circle, and if you have a full circle to cut out, this will work well too. So I highly recommend this tool. All right, we now install this piece like we normally would. You can see we now have a nice clean circle for the electrical box. We now can continue installing the rest of the soffit till we get to the end. Once you get towards the end of installing the ceiling, I do recommend within 4 or 5 feet of the end is to measure the left and right side and see if one side is running off compared to the other. If you're gaining more on one side, you may want to pull a little more tension on the other side to make it more square, so once you get to the wall, it's going to be a straight cut. Now that we're at the end, all we have to do is measure from the lip in which it interlocks into the F channel and subtract 1/4 inch. And that's going to be what we have to rip it down to finish up. If we take a measurement with our tape measure back into the F channel, we got 12 5/8. Then we get a measurement here, we got 12 5/8 as well. So it's going to be a square cut. Taking a measurement right off this edge, all I have to do here is cut off this flange tight against where this channel is. And that's actually going to be the right length. So I'm simply going to take my snips and snip that right off. All right, we are now ripped down, ready to go. Now that we got this piece ripped down, we're going to go ahead and snap it into place. And it can be a little tricky because we're trying to go in the F channel at the same time. Now that we have the soffit snapped into place, I'm going to be using white trim nails in order to place a nail back here where each wood strip is. And I'm going to use this tool in which I can load the trim nail in to drive it. But before placing the nail, I'm going to use a 1/8 inch drill bit and pre-drill through the soffit first, so that way there's enough room to expand and contract properly, because again, we don't want to nail that tight, we want that to be able to move. So pre-drilling is essential here. And that's all there is to finishing up the last piece. Here you can see the white trim nails holding the last piece into place so you know wind will not blow it out. Here is the transition from the porch ceiling to the beam, and you can see the vented soffit on the eave side of the roof. That way you can visualize the difference between the solid soffit and the vented soffit. The wonderful thing about a vinyl porch ceiling is that it is extremely low maintenance. A simple wipe down after installing it and it's going to look brand new, and it does not require any paint to keep it looking very nice for years to come. If you would like to see a very detailed video installing the vinyl siding on this house, check out this video. It'll help you out.